everybody, welcome to my channel. I'm Ashley Morris, owner and lead tutor at amtutors.com. We are a one-on-one live virtual tutoring company for middle school and high school math. In today's video, we're going to learn about fractions and equivalent fractions. We're also going to talk a little bit about what fractions are, just to kind of get us started. And remember, pause and rewind at any point to make sure you get what's going on. So what is a fraction? I like to think of them as a part of a whole. What part of the whole am I using? If we look at this first cherry pie, we're using one part out of two pieces that make the whole. That bar is like a division. If we're doing this on the calculator, you would type 1 divided by 2 to get the decimal. If we look at the next one, we've got two pieces that are shaded out of 4. So that's what it looks like if you do it as a circle. We have 4 equal pieces and we shaded 2 in that second picture. In the top picture, we had 2 equal pieces and we shaded one of them. That's if you do it as a pie. If you want to do it as like a Snickers bar, we have 1 piece shaded out of 2 equal pieces. And then the next one is 2 shaded out of 4 equal pieces. So that's kind of what fractions are. There's many ways to show them, but I like those to kind of get us going. You could draw any shape you wanted, really, but those are the ones that are easy, I think. And let's name our fractions. We've got the top, that's the numerator, and then we've got our little divide bar, and then on the bottom we have the denominator. It's kind of hard sometimes to remember. Is the top the denominator? Is the bottom the numerator? I don't know which one's which. Because they're words we don't hear very often. Here's how I remember. D is the denominator and it is down. Denominator down. So let's get into what we're actually trying to do today. Equivalent fractions. These have the same value but are going to be written differently. So an example, we already found one. 1/2 and 2/4. If we looked at our pizza pie or our Snickers bar, we shaded the same amount of the bar. We just used different division, like we cut it up into different pieces, but we had the same amount of the bar shaded. Another way is 3/3. 3 out of 3 were shaded. That means the whole bar was shaded, one whole bar. 3/3, 3 out of 3 were shaded. The whole thing, 1 was shaded. Also think about this. 3 divided by 3 equals 1. Remember that bar means divide. You can also do like 2/3 and 4/6. There's so many different things, so many different ones. But how do we find them? To find equivalent fractions, we multiply or divide. So you pick one, multiply or divide. Then do that to the numerator and the denominator. So we're going to multiply the numerator and denominator by the same number, or we're going to divide the numerator and the denominator by the same number. Why? Because multiplying by 1 or dividing by 1 does not change our value. And that's what we're doing. We're multiplying or dividing by 1. So we're going to find an equivalent fraction by multiplying or dividing. Everyone's answers on these can look totally different, but they're still going to be equivalent. Let me show you my answers. Yours might be different. And pause if you want to give it a try and you think you know what you got. Go for it. 4/12. 4 and 12. So I have to decide, do I want to multiply or do I want to divide? This one I want to multiply. Doesn't matter. And then pick a number you want to multiply by. I'm going to multiply by 3. So multiply the top and the bottom by 3. Ta-da! There's an equivalent fraction. And if you take 4 divided by 3 and type that in your calculator, and you'll get a decimal. 12 divided by 36, you'll get a decimal, and they will be the exact same decimal. So that's a way you can check yours. 40/12. Ooh, 40, that's an improper fraction because the top is bigger. Doesn't change our work. It's just improper. Which I don't really like that name because there's nothing wrong with it. But anyway. So this time I decided to divide. I'm going to divide by 4 on top and 4 on bottom. I'm dividing by 4/4, so I'm dividing by 1. Doesn't change my value. just changes my look. So 40 divided by 4 is 10, 12 divided by 4 is 3. Those are the same value, they just look different. It's bigger than 1 this time, so when you type it in your calculator, you're going to get a number and then a decimal, 3 I think, 3 point something. But they're going to be the exact same number, so you're good. You did it right. Number 3, I'm going to divide this one again. I'm going to divide by 2. Again, you can do whatever you want. You can divide by any number as long as you don't get decimals in your answer, and then you can multiply by any number too. 10 divided by 2 is 5. 2 divided by 2 is 1. Ooh, these are improper fractions too. 5 over 1. That's not wrong, but we're going to write that as 5. If there's a 1 on the bottom, 5 divided by 1 is 5. We don't need to write that 1 on the bottom. Now you try. I think there are 4. But pause, try it on your own, and then check it on the calculator. And I'm going to do mine. I'm going to divide this by 5. So I get 6 over 3. I'm going to multiply this by 2, and I'm going to get 8 over 72. Again, your answers could totally be different. Just type them in the calculator and check your work. Oh, that's my last one. I thought I had 4. Okay, just kidding. Let's divide this by 7. That's going to give me 1 over 3. Now with this one, the ones in the numerator, the ones on top, you have to leave that there. 1 out of 3 pieces were shaded. Gotta stay 1 over 3. That only works where you don't need the 1 if the 1's on the bottom in the denominator. So type in the calculator and check and see if they match. We already talked about that. All right, now last little thing we're gonna do. Are they equivalent? If not, tell me which one's bigger. So with this, we want to get a common denominator. So 2 times 2 is 4. That's the easiest way. If one of them can automatically go to the other one by multiplying, oh, so easy. So that gives me 2 over 4. Yes. If I look at this one, 3/4 and 3/5. 4 cannot be made into a 5 by just multiplying, but 20 is my least common multiple. 4 goes into 20 and 5 goes into 20 evenly. So multiply those both by 5. Multiply these both by 4. Are these equivalent? No, they are not equal. Which one's bigger? 3/4 is bigger because it was 15 pieces that I shaded instead of 12 out of the 20. All right, last one. Ooh, you can also divide on these if you want or multiply. It doesn't matter. But 9 divided by 3 is 3. So I could divide this one to give them a common denominator. Do it to the top, and I get 2/3. Are these the same? No. 2/3 is bigger because 2 out of 3 pieces were shaded. So multiply to get them to have the same denominator or divide. If you can get them to use the least common multiple, so nice. If that doesn't work, kind of like in number 2, the shortcut is the least common multiple, or the denominator of the second one was 5, multiply the top and bottom of the first one by 5. This is like your shortcut that will always work. For that one, 4 was the first one, the denominator of the first one, multiply the second fraction on top and bottom by 4. I hope you liked this. If you need more practice, there's a link in my description to a practice worksheet. Also, remember to like and subscribe, and don't forget to ring the bell so you get notifications of more videos. Thanks so much.